What's good, YouTube? It's Zach, and today we got Jacksonville Jaguars record prediction. Hope everyone's having an amazing day so far. The Jacksonville Jaguars are looking to massively improve from last season. They could arguably have the biggest season turnaround of any team in the AFC. Let's take a look at their schedule. Starting things off with Week 1, they're taking on the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers, another very interesting team in the NFC rather, but I do believe the Jacksonville Jaguars with a more experienced quarterback will get the win, and the Jaguars starting out 1-0. Week 2, they are taking on the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. This could be the one game where the Cincinnati defense could look at least average just because Trevor Lawrence likes to turn over the football. So with that being said, I am going to give the Bengals the slight edge to get the win over the Jaguars, dropping them to 1-1. Week 3, they have their first divisional matchup taking on the Houston Texans at home, and it is a very good time to get a division matchup at home very early in the season where neither team is really established. And with that being said, I do have the home team taking this one in the Jacksonville Jaguars, improving to 2-1. Week 4, they are taking on the San Francisco 49ers at Levi Stadium. The 49ers are going to be a very mid team in my opinion this year. I keep seeing a lot of people giving them 10, 11 wins. I just don't see that happening. I say that even though I do believe the 49ers will beat the Jaguars at home. I just do believe Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey are both going to be really, really good. It's going to make that Jaguar secondary look below average, and George Kittle is probably going to have a monster game. So yeah, 49ers get the win. Week 5, they're taking on the Kansas City Chiefs at home. Again, this game really doesn't matter if it's at home in Germany or in London, which I believe the Jaguars are they should relocate to, but don't tell Jags fans I said that. I do believe the Chiefs will get the win. Taylor Swift's going to fly all the way down to Florida for at least one reason, and that is a Kansas City Chiefs win. But on all serious note, I think Mahomes is going to be a lot better this year, and it's going to be a game where he can pad his stats a little bit against the below-average Jag secondary, and the Jaguars get another L on the season. Week 6, they are taking on the Seattle Seahawks with new franchise quarterback Sam Darnold. I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. I do believe he was heavily impacted by Kevin O'Connell. So with that being said, the Jacksonville Jaguars get the win, improving back to 300 ball. Even though as Seahawks come in and win this game, I do expect Jackson Smith and Jigba to have a massive performance. I don't see that happening. I mean, he probably will still have a good performance, but I think the Jaguars just have a better team all around than the Seahawks. Jaguars win. 7 before their Week 8 bye, they're taking on the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams' only weakness right now is kind of their secondary. Not really sure how that's going to be. I know Jared Verse in that front seven is going to be disgusting. Matthew Stafford with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams is going to be absolutely disgusting. So yeah, the Rams are going to be one of my favorite teams to come out of the NFC this season. If the Rams make a trade for Micah Parsons, that would be ideal, but who knows. Rams get the win, and the Jaguars enter their bye week at 3-4. Week 9, they're taking on the Las Vegas Raiders with their new quarterback in Geno Smith. I mean, Ashton Jeanty could shred this team for 200 yards, but after that first preseason game, I do have a little bit of pause for that Raiders run game. So with that being said, give me the Jacksonville Jaguars, who also have a questionable run game, to get the win over the Raiders, and they get back up to 500. Week 10, in a very pivotal matchup, they are taking on the Houston Texans on the road. I do have the Jaguars and Texans splitting, each team winning their home game, so the Texans will get the win, dropping the Jaguars to below 500 once again. Week 11, they are taking on the Los Angeles Chargers at Everbank Stadium. The main reason I'm going to have the Jaguars winning this game is because the Chargers literally don't have a fan base. But no, in all seriousness, I do expect Trevor Lawrence to perform very well at home this season. This is a make or break year, because if they realize that Lawrence isn't their guy, they might try to go get another quarterback in next year's draft. So Jaguars get the win. 12, they're taking on the Arizona Cardinals at State Farm Stadium. I do believe the Cardinals are going to be a way better team than last season. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals even give the Rams a run of their money to win the division, and the Cardinals are going to need to pick up games like this in order to make that happen. So they will knock out the Jaguars. They expect Trevor Lawrence to have 2 really disgusting turnovers in this game. Jaguars take a L. Jaguars want any chance at making the playoffs. It is 100% going to be these next 3 weeks where they need to probably win all 3 of them, starting things off in Week 13 with the Tennessee Titans. I don't think Cam Ward's going to be ready in this number 1 overall pick showdown between Lawrence and Ward. I do have the Jaguars getting the win. Week 14, they're taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And Anthony Richardson is proving why he's not one of the biggest busts in NFL history. Jaguars get the win there. And in week 15, they take on the New York Jets, taking Justin Fields. It's a former in draft, because I believe Lawrence and Fields were in the same draft class. And the Jaguars will get the win. I do have the Jaguars winning all 3 of these games. Every single one of them is the utmost importance. Hopefully they're around 500 entering this stretch, because if they are, then they might have a chance at making a run to the playoffs. Week 16, they're taking on the Denver Broncos at Empower Field at Mile High. I don't know why I called it Empower Field, but Broncos have by far the best defense in the NFL. Trevor Lawrence has a huge tendency of turning over the ball, so the Broncos will get the win in kind of a sloppy affair. I mean, the Broncos could win this like 20-7, 20-14. I don't expect the winning team to have over 20 points. So yes, Broncos get the win. 17, they're taking on the Indianapolis Colts, and this is where the Jaguars will crumble, because this is a must-win game for the Jaguars to maintain the lead over the Texans in the division, and they fall short. I do expect this will be a Daniel Jones masterclass, as Anthony Richardson's already going to be ruled out for the rest of the season with some kind of injury. It just happens with the Colts starter. So yes, Colts get the win, and Jaguars are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Week 18, with their season already being over, they're going to get an unnecessary win against the Tennessee Titans. So yes, I have the Jaguars finishing 9-8, second in the AFC South, but no playoff berth. If you guys have any thoughts, please let me know in the comment section below. Am I too high or am I too low on the Jacksonville Jaguars? Other than that, it's been Zach. I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.